talked to Levon, talked to Lisa, talked to everybody, and then we decided we were going to do it. So I sent the application in for 12 people.
I wanted to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, so this was kind of the precursor to that, and Danielle and Laura kind of picked up on it and ran with it, so I figured I better do something stateside before I go across the world.
I wanted to go to a spa for my birthday. I did not want to do a hike, but everyone was all gung-ho, everyone was signing up, and I decided to just go with it as usual. I mean, you can't be the person that doesn't go in this family. You just have to go. I still think I need to go to a spa for my birthday.
I saw somebody who did it, and they put like a whole blog thing on the internet, and I found it and sent it to my mother about 2 years ago, and then one thing led to another.
Ignorance is a good thing because I had no idea what we were getting into, but the altitude, that's something you can't train for.
When I heard that they were going to climb a mountain, I'm like, okay, here's a vacation I can go on. You know, it has more of a purpose than just having fun. And also, you know, I haven't tested myself. I haven't done any races in a while, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to crank one out.
Laura and Danielle, they search everything. Let's go to Panama. Let's go to Costa Rica. Let's go to the Dominican. So let's climb Mount Whitney. I never read one thing. The day before I left, I went online and I printed something that I thought I would read on the airplane, which I didn't.
I was afraid of finishing. I was the person that I didn't think was going to make it. I did an Ironman 4 weeks before, and the last time I did an Ironman, it took me 6 weeks to feel remotely normal. So I had this 4 weeks later, so it was kind of scary. I didn't know if I was going to be able to pull it off. So I didn't do anything. That was my training. I had to recover. That was my goal.
My goal was to run about 10, 12 miles before I went on the trip, and I achieved that goal.
About 6 months out, I thought I was going to do a lot of training for it, and unfortunately I didn't do any. Day before I was good. We went up, we hung out about 10,000 feet, laid out in the sun for a while, had lunch, and was pretty relaxed. Didn't have a whole lot of anxiety about it.
So you go into the town and you have to get your permit, and they give you your permit and they give you your poop bag. So it was kind of a running joke with everyone all week of who is going to actually poop in the bag. If you poop in the bag, you have to haul it out. You have to roll it up, put it in your backpack, and take it with you.
The day before the big hike, I drank a lot of water, matter of fact, and kept myself hydrated.
Kind of felt like a race. You had to make sure you had everything ready. You had to make sure you had all your stuff. I didn't want to forget anything. The thing about the race as compared to this is more fun. I mean, it was going to be a fun experience to climb the mountain, so I was looking forward to it.
No, never once did I think that I couldn't do it. If people could do it, then I thought I could. Can everybody do this hike? Each person, from Dan to Lisa to me, Laura. Well, then you look up at this mountain and you stare at it and you're like, we are going to go to the top of it. No, I think it was just excitement because I've climbed enough and hiked enough to know that even though it looks really steep, like straight up and, you know, thousands of feet, there's going to be a way. So no, that's only excitement for me.
I think we all kind of had expectations of ourselves and everybody else, and I thought everybody would do fine. And so you're always nervous, like maybe you're not going to be the one to make it, and that was the only apprehension that I had. But I had my knife, so I was secure.
Had no fear of any kind of wildlife up there. So there was a lot of talk of mountain lions and Blair Witch, which actually early in the night had to save Lori and Laura from something that was creeping around in the woods.
There were still instances of anxiety, I think, especially the night before. I mean, it's like a job interview or something. It's like tremendous. Like you don't know what to expect, and all you have are what people have said to you. And John scared the crap out of me he told me about the windows where there's like this 1 foot space and it's like a drop off on each end. And then when we got up there, it really wasn't as bad as they said it was.
We saw the bear up there the day before, so maybe I was a little scared of trekking through the woods with a headlamp on.
Yeah, we didn't sleep. So we got up with our headlamps on, got our stuff together, food, water. We're ready to hike, 1:30, ready to go.
I love the part with the headlamp because we hardly needed them just because it was so bright outside.
Making sure we drank the right amount of water, and we were just on this high, and I remember thinking, is this really going to be funny, you know, when we're all like throwing up at the top or maybe not making it? You know, I was kind of thinking like, what's this going to feel like and look like later if this turns out to be a disaster?
A little dread. especially when you start climbing up the mountain and it's dark. And then you'd see people coming down, remember? And I'm like, oh my God, they're just finishing now. It's 2 a.m. and they're just finishing, and this better not be us tomorrow. 2 a.m. driving home. That was the biggest shock on the way down. I was like, how the hell did we climb up this, not even notice? I never noticed that it was uphill. And on the way down, I was like, are you kidding me? This is hard.
Absolutely part of the best thing of the whole hike was starting out in the middle of the night with headlamps, looking up at the sheer cliffs both sides. I mean, I'd do it again probably just to experience that.
It was the only thing you could see is what was in front of you. You know, your person's legs in front of you, or just the trail. And then so actually on the way down, I'm like, wow, you can. This is what we walked through. Starting off, it was beautiful. There was scenery that we didn't get up on Mount Whitney. Rivers and lakes and big pines and big trees and grass, and it was awesome.
It always felt like we were almost done. Like, even at night, we started out at night with headlamps, as everyone's probably said. And that was cool because what it did was it almost took a chunk off, like 5 hours that didn't exist. It was almost like a dreamlike state. And then we got to day camp. Someone down in camp said that oh, the worst is over with. You already climbed the toughest. And just hearing that, it's like, oh, this should be a breeze, this next part. I took a nap and I woke up. For me, a nap is like a reset, so I knew it would give me more energy later on, which it did.
There was a lot of talk from other people in the group afterwards about how rough it was for me, but that's just all bad rumors. It really wasn't accurate account of what happened on the mountain.
I thought that the mix of people was absolutely outstanding. It was kind of fun as we were hiking. You would kind of find yourself hiking with one person, then hiking with another person, and it was fun to have new people to talk to, and I think everyone hiked well together. The magnitude of the situation hit me at that point because I didn't want to be the one that didn't make it to the top. I was really kind of in my own head going, okay, I just got to take this step at a time, and I have to do it.
My camera ran out of batteries so fast because I was taking multiple pictures. I went into like a psychotic, mental state, freaking out, obsessive compulsive, person looking for batteries. Anybody would give me batteries, asking random hikers, do you have any batteries?
I drank plenty of water. I think too much, that it probably messed my body up with it, because I felt like I was peeing about every 4 minutes.
It was kind of a cool place. It would have been fun to camp there. No, I didn't feel like we were almost done. I knew we were only 6 miles into it, and I thought the break that we took was really kind of nice. I thought that was great.
I was still feeling okay there. I was feeling like totally fine. And then all the people started to head up the mountain while we were sitting there, and you couldn't see the switchbacks. And the beginning of the switchbacks, everybody was fine. It was ha-ha. And I'd call down, and somebody would say something back, smart ass. And then about halfway up, everybody stopped talking from the back. And my mom said, your husband's hurting. And then I started getting a bad gut. And then Lisa started getting a bad gut. And I think LaVon was fine, Laura was fine, Lori was fine, Dan was fine. John, Danielle, Lisa, not so fine.